Today, we're ranking our most anticipated games of the year, and can anything actually beat GTA 6? Doto?
No, Nano, sorry, man. I just recorded this bonus podcast. I'm out of it, man. I missed my scream this week,
man. And an immediate plug into the fact that there is a bonus podcast that they can see by being key members, clicking join on YouTube, or going to patreon.com/keymoments and getting access to like 50 plus bonus episodes of things, reactions, podcasts, gameplay videos, so many things. But Doto, today we are here. Can any game, because yes, we have a tier list maker. Look at this. Can any game actually beat the GTA 6 on our top 10 most anticipated games of the year? Now, if we have any disagreements on something that should go in there, we'll just put 2 games into like a slot. I see no reason in like having to, bend the knee or something like that there. But there are some games that aren't here, Doto. I want to immediately bring one to your attention.
Okay, go ahead. Because I'm not really a big memory guy. So for me, I need this list. It's very vital to my ability to judge these games. So we'll still call these out for those of you that are audio listeners as well. But as you can see, not every game is here. And the first one to bring up, we'll make Rematch count as this. I'm going to go ahead and put it up because I think it's going to be on our list somewhere. Project Multi, Doto. Oh,
a Dragon Ball game.
I see. Low key, I forgot about Project Multi. It escapes my memories, but great times. I think it would deserve a spot. Yeah, probably not any higher than 10 though. I would imagine.
I would argue with a potential 8, but I don't want to. I'm not a guy like I'm not trying to get too out ahead of myself yet because I don't. I'm not like
we don't know.
I've glanced, but I've not really dug into like what is available here to us to place. On top of the fact that we also have, man, dude, rest in peace, Game Informer, because Game Informer. Not only did I just obviously I won't lie, I didn't not a subscription holder. I haven't had a subscription in a while just because simply I didn't really go to GameStop or anything like that. But I did still follow them and actively go to their webpage and check out their reviews. But more specifically, they have the best 2025 or upcoming release schedule any site had, period. And we don't have that anymore, but we do have Eurogamer.
Man, I used to love reading the magazine. I'm not gonna lie.
Same, dude.
Also not a subscription holder, but just being honest,
I was though for years. I was. I
had a huge collection of them. I would like flip through, read the reviews. I was like a cartoon character. I would genuinely read the reviews and go, that sounded pretty good. I might actually try to take a look at that.
Yeah, no, I loved every bit of it. I also had a game. Did you ever hear of Game Pro? I had Game Pro.
Okay, mate, you might have been a bit more intense than me. I have no idea what that is.
I had a subscription to Game Pro. Actually, I had a subscription to Game Pro before I had a subscription to Game Informer, and then Game Pro started like they were about to go out of business, so I got my Game Informer subscription. Anyways, but we're here on Eurogamer. I'm just gonna name some off. Wuthering Waves. This is technically already out, but an announcement. Does
this even count, dog?
Not really. It's
this
already
is
out.
Gross, bro. This is disgusting.
Well, let's slow down there, okay?
I hate gacha games unless they're for an IP that I know.
Freedom Wars Remastered. Were you ever a Freedom Wars guy on the Vita?
No, but I did hear good things. I did hear good things about it.
This game was sick. It's not going to break top 10 for me, but this game was really cool. I played a decent amount of it on my Vita. We've talked about it actually here on this podcast. I talked about because when you the whole thing is that you've been sentenced like a huge prison sentence and you're literally going out and fighting monsters.
Yeah, I've heard about it from you. That's right.
Yep, to take years off of your prison sentence. Anyways, and I told you I hit my guard once on accident because I was trying to interact with stuff in my like cell because they're fairly nice like prison cells, and like I accidentally like I did something, and it immediately makes you have. He adds like 500 years to your prison sentence or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah. It's like thousands of years if I remember. I mean, this game is kind of old, so it's cool to see this coming back because this was an exclusive Vita game. So to see that, I guess Bandai actually has the rights to it coming to Switch, PS4, PS5, PC. It's pretty cool to see, but it's not cracking my top 10. DK Country Returns HD. Do we care about this?
This is honestly, Nano, we talked about this a little bit in the bonus, but the Switch is just pathetic at this point, bro. Like,
how are we still talking about Donkey Kong Country Returns HD? Not HD, obviously, but like we gotta. I actually am. Yeah, we do. We do. Like they remastered Tropical Freeze,
and then they got the remaster.
They remastered it, and now they're like, we're remastering the first one. It's like, bro, I'm sorry, but does anybody give a fuck? Is there anybody out there that can even remotely scrounge up? Like, I'm sure, man, it's just, I'm sure people will buy this.
Yes,
but would anybody prefer this over like getting just a new one?
No,
I don't think so. I really don't.
I have this on 3DS, so
these are fun though. These are really fun platformers.
Yeah.
And they were kind of killed by the motion control stuff. Not killed, but it definitely didn't make the game any better.
I just, you can tell the Switch is just like in a limbo state. Like they're just kind of hanging out right now, waiting for the inevitable.
It's kind of scummy, bro. You know how many kids probably got Switches for Christmas and they're just like geeking right now, like they're on top of the world.
I listened to so many game podcasts that were talking about that, and they're just like, they're like, I do think based on all these leaks that are happening around the Switch 2 that it was very clearly supposed to come out like, last year at some point. And so that's why all the leaks are happening, because they probably have, my guess is like there probably could still be some legal ramifications. And I'm not saying people are doing stuff that they should have been doing, but I bet you NDAs have ran out. Something is going on here where like these companies are able to show off all this stuff and probably not face like too many ramifications. But all that to say is that they clearly didn't reveal the Switch 2 so that way it wouldn't affect their holiday sales, and like, that is a bit scummy. It's business, but like
it's business. They ain't doing nothing wrong, but it's just like, damn, dude, like you guys couldn't have just pumped it out quicker, bro. Because like, I don't know. I mean, they'll probably. I think this is the right business move at the end. But
yeah, I mean that.
I'm excited for Switch 2.
The Switch is now the best selling. It's beaten the PS2. The Switch is now the best selling console. Best, I don't know what the terminology for it is, but basically PS2 held the world record for like 20 something years now, and now the Switch has finally and officially dethroned the PS2. Tales of Grace F remastered. I'm not even sure what this is. So
that has JRPG written all over it.
Yeah. I mean,
I can't even trust that.
I know of the Tales games. I don't know if this is the same as anyways. Dynasty Warriors Origins. I'm not a big Dynasty Warriors guy. Are you, Dono?
Not either. I've never really liked the I forget if it has a genre name, but Dynasty Warriors play style where you just like run around and kill
mobs,
grubs. Not really my thing.
Yeah, Intermagnolia Bloom in the Mist. Not familiar with this one either.
Nope, another miss on me. Never heard of that.
Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. Now this, I'm like, hang on, I didn't know this was getting like a little remaster. Like, wait a second.
Never heard about this in my life.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on PC, not going to count it because it's a re-release of a game from a year ago. Star Wars Hunters, I'm gonna try. This game is free, so I'm gonna try it out. It's coming into early access on PC. I think it's been out on mobile, but I will, if this is on Steam, I'll probably download, at least try it, but it's not going on my list. Spider-Man 2 is getting a PC release.
How's the most exciting thing so far, by the way, just halfway in, I want to comment, is a Vita game remaster. Like that's the number, like,
yeah,
that's what I'm my ears perked up to right now.
Phantom Brave, The Lost Hero, Citizen Sleeper 2, and Hello Kitty Island Adventure on PC. None of these are going on our list. So January is the month of remakes and remasters, man, because it's basically the highlights of this to me from everything we just said are Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, Pretty Moors remastered, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the PC, Spider-Man 2 on the PC.
I don't think I'll be playing any of these at all, except Freedom Wars. I'll probably play Freedom Wars.
Oh, I see one that might be coming onto the list here. Hang on.
Okay, well, surprise me, bro, because right now it's nothing.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Did you ever play the first one?
No, I didn't.
I played it a little bit. It was an interesting game. I saw that, I guess the lead dev or maybe the owner of this company like was being a little cocky the other day on Twitter, and people did not like that. I didn't look into it enough, but I saw people weren't happy about.
Angry gamers? You don't want angry gamers against you, bro.
Oh, no, you don't. All right, Civ 7, Dotto. How much of a Civ guy
Here we
are you?
go. I'm a very big casual Civ enjoyer, as in like I have, you know what? Let me not give any fake numbers. I have access to it right here. I have 103 hours on Civ 5 and only 10 hours on Civ 6. But casual Civ guy, I probably will be playing Civ 7. I'm checking it out, but if it doesn't impress, I'll probably end up back in Civ 5.
Do you want to put it on the list?
Right now, I guess it can go on the list at like a 9 or something, or
Come on,
no,
bro.
I mean, it'd be
Get Project Multi over it, man. Come on, dude.
You're right. Look, multi. It just depends on if they can clean up those bots, bro.
I was gonna say, I think it's funny that you're wanting to put multi so low because something tells me of all these games, besides maybe
Multi. I mean, yes.
like multi's gonna have the most hours for probably both of us out of any of these games.
It's true, and I did love multi. I do want to stress that. And I am excited to play it again. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's gonna really matter on what the finished product looks like. And another thing too, which we had a not tiny discussion. We had a pretty substantial discussion about Marvel Rivals in our bonus podcast that Donna brought up earlier. But something we did not talk about is the fact that a month into release, and they've already revealed that Rivals is getting 4 new heroes, bro, which is crazy.
It's crazy that Overwatch sucks so fucking much, bro. Like, actually, that is insane.
If multi has a good flow of heroes, champions, whatever they call it in that game, then that will also that game will live and die by the fact if it's getting monthly content and monthly releases, or even more than monthly, then that'll be huge, and that will keep me tapped into multi for a really long time because it's
I just hope they figure out the anime game microtransaction curse, because if they can't, I'm worried about that. But again, characters would definitely. I'm gonna play that game a lot.
Oh, same. All right, so Urban Myth Dissolution Center. I don't know what this is. I'll also be honest. If I need to Google something, it's not coming on the list. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're not insulting these games. We just don't personally know of them.
Yeah. And also, if you're listening to this, well, why aren't they at least doing some research on this? If I need to do research, then it's probably maybe by the end of the year, it's on my top 10 list. And because I guarantee there's something we're not going to list here that will come out that will probably eat what was that game I saw you get on a ton that would have probably never been on your radar, but you played it so much it almost became a meme on your channel. It was the one where you were trying to speed run a stage. What was the name of that damn game on Steam?
Speed run once it crumble.
Yeah
okay,
little random games.
Crumble's pretty big
that you just play that you probably weren't expecting. Anyways, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Are you an AC guy?
Is this doing anything for you, Nano? Oh, he's going to the list. He's going to the. Okay, he's doing something for him.
It is for me. I at least want to put it at 10. I personally am excited to try this game out.
Well, move everything up then, bro.
I also said if we had ties, technically Civ could be your number 10 and this could be my number 10. We could have multiple games in a tier if we needed to. But I'm cool with doing this too.
Okay. I just think once we start eliminating stuff, maybe then we can shift it around in our mind's eye.
Fair.
But right now, Assassin's Creed for me is kind of honestly Ubisoft as a whole is kind of the fall off arc of the century. But Assassin's Creed, I was addicted to the franchise back in the day, as I'm sure a lot of people were.
Where'd you stop?
Ezio stuff. I stopped. I actually know exactly when my love for the franchise died. It was Assassin's Creed 3, the one set in America. What? I played for an hour or something and a half.
Oh my god!
And then it drops the fucking title card after an hour and a half of doing nothing but walking around through snow.
You're playing as Ken.
Whatever his name was, bro. I put my controller down. There was people in the room with me. And I was just I can't believe they just tried to drop a title card on me like that. I'm not playing this shit. I was so done, bro. I was so done. And I feel like at some point Assassin's Creed got way more into following and I forget what kind of missions they're called, but there was a name for them. Just following from a safe distance, but not too far and not too close. And just very casually walking behind them. I'm like, this is so ass, man. I just want to kill stuff. I just want to assassinate guys.
Interesting. I love 3. 3 was not my fall off at all. I loved playing as Connor. I believe because you're playing as his dad, right? His dad is the intro segment, which is Ken Elway. It's something I can't remember right now. It has been a long time since I played, but you play as Connor, and I just I'm sorry, going through American history, but him with his tomahawk and dude, I cannot believe you didn't play 3. And so does this mean you didn't play Black Flag either?
No, I didn't like the ship stuff. I go against the grains. I go against the grains so hard. This is my least internet take, but whenever people bring up Black Flag and how good the pirate stuff was, I was just what game were we all playing? Because that shit sucked.
Nah,
That shit sucked, dude.
finally,
I hated
Doto,
it.
we don't agree on something, bro.
I know, we can get a little controversial.
But I will say, and it's not to take away from this, I'm not the biggest Black Flag defender though, because while I like the ship stuff, like I really really liked the ship stuff, the thing that I hated about that game specifically is that my love for AC is going around in massive cities with a lot of verticality, and that game was a lot of islands because, like, obviously the emphasis on being on a ship, and I didn't love how like horizontal that game was. Like, it really took the verticality out of it because you're just running around on islands, so you can get like in like palm trees and like the buildings. There was not that many tall buildings for the most part. I'm not saying there wasn't still some of that. So you took away that sort of big, like, I'm in a big city and doing stuff. So my favorite is still easily Brotherhood, like AC2 Brotherhood.
Yeah.
The Yotei story is still my favorite, but yeah, if I ranked them, like, yeah, man, I don't know, dude. Like, Brotherhood is still number one, but then I'd probably put, I don't know that many people like 3. Like, I definitely think I am in the minority with liking 3 as much as I do, but I really enjoyed 3 a lot. But 1.0, you probably will never go back, but Unity is good, and I remember loving that game.
Unity was very fun. Specifically, the co-op mode is what I enjoyed.
Dude, Unity, I remember people online were very mad at that game, and that has been one of those games that I now have seen people like actually look back on fondly and have been like, wait, I think we were all wrong about this. And I'm like, I was always right, because that game was sick, and that was my last like putting tons of hours into this. I gave Odyssey about 10 hours, and I gave Valhalla about 8. And so
I can't do it no more, man.
Dude, it's just
I just feel like they lost. For me, the setting has always played such a very little part of it. I love stealth games. I love assassinate.
Like, when you said that all in Shadow, I don't know, man. Like,
I'm interested a little. I'd be lying if I said it's the most least interested game. I just know that Assassin's Creed has always disappointed me. Like, worse than just being boring, or it actively pisses me off, because again, my last experiences with Assassin's Creed are those damn fucking following missions. They spam those fucking following missions where you just walk around, do absolutely nothing, don't get too close, don't get too far. I'm like, this is not fun at all. Like, and Assassin's Creed has always had that. Every time, like, they would beam me back out and I'd have to play as Desmond. Honestly, the story for Assassin's Creed has always been the worst part of Assassin's Creed.
Dude.
Because why can't I just be Ezio? Why can't I just be fucking Altair, bro? Like, I can't just be these characters. I have to be Desmond, remembering. Like, this is fucking like, why are we adding this extra step? But it's still fun. Like, when I'm there, it's cool. But yeah, I just, again, those games, they can piss me off, bro. Assassin's Creed, for some, I think it's my former love, Nano, but it can really wriggle in my brain and just make me fucking angry. But yeah, I do want to say Unity, the 4-player missions, those were some fun stuff. Even, do you remember? Did you ever play like the old, like, gimmicky? It was gimmicky. This shit would just get made fun of nowadays.
Multiplayer on
the multiplayer online modes,
where
yeah.
You would, like, hide. It was almost like an OG, or not OG, because Prop Hunt's been around for forever. It was kind of like Prop Hunt, right? Because you would hide.
It was
in
a
the
little
crowds.
prop hunty. Yes, you'd hide in the crowds, and then people would walk up and go, "Is this you?" And then you fucking stab them. And oh man, fun. That I think we both said we have a love for like those tacky like add-on. Again, back in the day, you had to sell it based off the back of the box, right? Or like your little YouTube ad. So having multiplayer was a big thing. I love tacked on multiplayer modes. But yes, I'm a little bit interested. I definitely don't think it's like, people make fun of this game a lot online. And I don't personally care to like about any of this stuff. If it's good, I'm sure I'll hear about it and I'll play it. I would love to come back to Assassin's Creed.
No, and that's the thing. I've got to at least give it a go, because I just, like, I don't know. I'm sure there's some people that they see Assassin's Creed kind of the same way they see people buying COD every year. Like, you're just like corporate bootlicker type thing a little bit, but I don't know. I want to see what they cooked up here, and I'm gonna try it out. I gotta see what it's up. But the one thing I will say with the settings is, we've wanted the AC fandom has wanted one set in, this type of setting for literal years, and they let Ghost of Tsushima come out first, who more than likely the gameplay is better. Everything probably about Ghost, which is now a 5-year-old game, will be this year, probably
Holy shit.
Yeah, probably is just a better game. Like that, if honestly, like
But maybe not. Maybe this game will surprise. The one thing I was going to add, though, the way you said when I said based, is that I thought everyone was in agreement that like there are some moments I like from Desmond. Like specifically, Desmond's story was more interesting whenever it was the Ezio storyline from 2 through Revelations. After that and into 3, like it was kind of okay. And I want to say 3 is the end of Desmond's storyline. I can't remember exactly. It kind of sort of maybe spoilers for like a 12, 13-year-old game. But anyway. I thought we were all in agreement that it was mostly just mid and no one really cared. And then I found out there's a whole section of the fandom that like misses that and loves that aspect. And I'm like, I just wanted the whole game just to be Ezio. Like I didn't need that outside the world bullshit at all.
I literally just think like, again, it's more so than it's just like boring. It's like, why? Like I'm involved like in Ezio's story. It's not like it has to be real life. Like, why are we giving me a reason? Like, why can't this just be the story of the assassins back then?
I think they're wanting to build to what they're finally doing now. I don't know if you've looked into it, but I think they are attempting, you know how you launch Call of Duty and you can go into Modern Warfare 2, 3, Black Ops 6, all of that. I think they are, I don't know if they'll ever be able to accomplish this, but I think the whole point of the Animus is they wanted to build to a thing to where you could go into any of these storylines. I think that their ambitions were set very high and they wanted to build out this game where they could like take you into like Ezio's story or Connor's story or oh my god, it is leaving me, but maybe Ken was he was the main character of Black Flag, actually. I think anyway, I think that was what they were building to, was the Animus was really just meant to be a vehicle that they would eventually build into a massive game that would just allow you to go into all the games, basically. I think that was the idea of it, but I didn't need it. Anyways,
yeah, lame idea to me.
Date everything. I'm not familiar.
I had no idea.
Game coming out on February 14th. We have this is I'm surprised they decided to drop this then, but Avowed, which is a game I do want to try. This is an Xbox exclusive coming from the same people that made like Outer Worlds and New Vegas and all of that. Well, Obsidian. It's an Obsidian game. Surely you're going to try this out because it's literally a Game Pass game.
Any game that is on Game Pass immediately gets into my iron sights, unfortunately. So yes, I probably will be checking it out.
I want to put it up here, but so it's very Skyrim-esque. Like that's probably not the best way to describe it, but it is a very Skyrim-esque game. The one thing that is confusing to me is this whole, you have to like, there's like different gods, and depending on which one I think you pray to or something is the abilities that you then have like access to or something like that. I think that is
I know zero about it.
Either way, I actually am pretty stoked, and I've been like looking into this game since they like showed off a CG trailer 5 years ago about it or 4 years ago about it or whatever it was. I'm just gonna put it up here for now. We'll go back. We don't have to spend too much time on Avowed here. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, Tape 1. I have
no idea.
Okay,
it's a nice title.
Are you a Yakuza guy? Like a Dragon?
I am
pirate,
not.
Dude, I want to be, but then I look at how long those games are, and I just cannot be asked because it's like they're dude. I'm not big on long games. I'm in the middle of a 10-year long Witcher 3 playthrough that I'm finally getting close to seeing the end of, and so I just like I want to play these games, but.
No, any long game, like it has to be like pretty good for me to make it through. Like Metaphor, I fully completed, and that was a shocker to me. That was It was a 60-hour journey, and it was tough, dude. Like I've never played a game for that long. A single player game has to be fucking very good for me to do that. The next one on the list you just highlighted, by the way, Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection. Did you not know about this?
No, what is this?
This is just a bunch of old like Game Boy games. It probably wouldn't make my list, but it's just, again, it's for boomers. It's like
okay,
it's for the old guys.
It's coming to PC and Switch on February 27th. And by the way, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is coming out on February 24th. So February is actually pretty stacked. All right, so here's a game that I feel like I'm going to put on my list no matter what. Monster Hunter Wilds on the 28th of February. This has got to be on my list. I'm actually really excited about this game. Matter of fact, I think
it's got to be pretty high on. It's got to be pretty high on my list too, Nano. I don't know about you, but I put a lot of hours into. Again, I do want to take this time to do something we don't do often on the show and shit on the Switch, because fuck Nintendo, bro, for I know Monster Hunter Rise eventually came to PC, and I'm very grateful. I only have 24 hours on it. I never got to fully complete Rise because it just didn't work out. But I must have put hundreds of hours into Monster Hunter World on my Xbox. And Rise, are we allowed to talk about this, Nano? Didn't me and you like go into
yeah, dude, the embargo for what we saw was
I was gonna say it's like years
ago,
but yes, we went to Summer Games Fest and we saw footage, and it looked great. Like, it looked like Monster Hunter World. I think I said that. I was like,
it was a live demo.
Monster Hunter
It was
World.
not like pre-record. We got to see someone actually playing on the sticks Monster Hunter Wilds back in June.
And it looked great.
It was amazing.
It looked just like Monster Hunter World. It doesn't look, a lot of people are saying like, oh, it's open world and it looks great. I didn't really see, to me, I wouldn't have described it as open world.
It has, to me, kind of what Elden Ring is doing. Like, graphically, when you look at the textures of Elden Ring, like, Elden Ring is not a pretty game, but it's a very artistic game that makes it a pretty game. Like,
yeah, it looks like Monster Hunter World, which is fine to me.
So, like, I think that's kind of what Wilds has. It has a very, like, certain aesthetic to it. I don't think it's an ugly game. I just, but like, people describing it as open world, to me, I don't think that. But in the Monster Hunter sense, usually after you kill a monster, you would just like get beamed up. This one leaves you in the environment to do whatever you want. I think that's going to be a fun change up. It didn't, but during the demo we saw, it didn't look like it looked like a big map, but it wasn't like. I don't think there's any instances at all.
But what do you mean by instances, though? Is what I'm saying.
Like, I don't think. Hang on.
Like, what I'm saying is open world to me is you get one big map and then you walk around the map.
Yes.
But this is like, it's split up maps. Like, you go to desert map. To me, I know they're describing it and marketing as open world. I guess to me, I just wouldn't say open world like that.
I guess like
they look like bigger world maps. And they're probably connected, I guess.
But I think they're huge, though. Like, I think like what we saw, and I get what you're saying, but what we saw, though, is the ability to go kill this like monster and never have to do any loading to go back to give it to who you need to build your new armor set. Like, there was no like, the town that you needed to go to was not like a different instance. It was in the same section. So my guess is like, it's still, I would still consider that open world, because I think that probably the only difference is probably the different environments will be different. Like, quote unquote instances. Sorry, when I say instance, I think in the easiest thing for me is just like Guild Wars, right? Like in Guild Wars.
Yeah, I'm thinking of MMO too. Like, you would not queue in, obviously, in an offline game, but
it's a different.
It's not even about loading to me. It's just like a different square. It's like a different big world. And me not saying it looks open world is not a knock on the game. I personally don't care, whatever it is, because again, it looked like Monster Hunter World, but double the size, double the graphics. And hopefully they just do new monsters. I'm not even that big into the Monster Hunter series, so I know people have like favorite monsters and old ones returning. I just like to see new stuff and bigger effects and bigger fights. That one should be like top 3 at least.
Oh no, I just threw it up here, but yeah. This is going to be one of the biggest releases of the year, and one of the few. It won't compete technically with GTA 6, but it will in its own way, because it's definitely one of the most anticipated games of the year, easily, I think, by a lot of people here. Okay, so Mega 6, the Triangle Stars, not familiar. Morsels on Switch on the 20. All these are 28th releases. Midnight Murder Club. I actually am interested in this game. Did you
know about this? I've never heard of this.
This was at the Game Awards. So basically it says it right there. It's let me make sure this is muted. So it's basically a hide and seek game, and it has the aesthetic of like Deathloop or Dishonored. And it's a multiplayer. It's literally a multiplayer, but it does have crossplay.
I see. I do remember this trailer.
Yeah, so I think this is one of those that like would be fun.
It'll be a fun stream game, yeah.
Speaking of games like this, Friday the 13th is officially closed.
Shut down. Yeah, I saw.
Pretty sad. Now, I do think this looks cool, but this isn't like making on my, no offense, but this is not making it to my top 10. Begone Beast early access, not familiar. That brings us to March. So we're about to be done with what Eurogamer has available to us, and we'll just have to go off of either what's on the list or the the top of my head because I think I have a couple.
Game Informer wouldn't have done us like
no,
this.
No, they wouldn't have. 2 Point Museum. These games are cool, but have you ever played a 2 Point game like 2 Point Hospital?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are these the ugly looking ones?
They're the top down sort of. Yeah, I don't really know how else to explain other than like.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking of something else.
Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Master, not for me. Split Fiction though is, and I definitely want to put it on here. I'm actually really stoked about this game. I hope they have it on this list. If they don't, I'm going to use Splitgate as the Split Fiction on our little tier list. Are you familiar with what Split Fiction is? Do you remember?
I believe it was the one that was just like the. Oh yeah. That's the
Fuck the Oscars.
It Takes
guy.
Two. It Takes Two.
Yes.
One.
Yeah.
That probably will be a pretty good game.
Oh, there it is. This is it right here, I believe. It looks like it anyway. I could be wrong, but anyway,
basically just it takes two, but
it takes
different.
two, but it's like different environments, and the whole point of it is that like one person writes fantasy and one person writes sci-fi. Anyway, it looks really cool, and those games have been great. Matter of fact, It Takes Two actually won Game of the Year in 2021, which was a good game. I don't know. It might speak volumes of the 2021 release schedule, maybe. But anyways, all right, that comes out on March 6th on PC, PS5, Series X, Series S. Fragpunk. I don't.
That game is dead, bro.
What is this game?
It's just another like. It's nothing against the game itself. It's just another one of those online shooting games that
free to play, fast paced 5v5.
Yeah,
it's a hero shooter.
So again, it's over. Like I tweeted. This is the game I tweeted out. It was like. As soon as it was released, I just tweeted out. It's a heavy heart that we announced that we are ending service for Fragpunk.
This game
just
looks cool.
It come on now. Let's be real.
Dude,
let's be harsh.
No
but
one
real.
could. Hang on. I want to look.
They have a card system too. Like they have every like.
Oh.
If they somehow pull this off, I mean, kudos. I will be blessing up
dude, Marvel Rival. Oh, dude.
I don't want to shit on anybody's work, man, but it's just like, why do people keep greenlighting these projects? These are like the most insane projects to take on.
Marvel Rivals as of 20 minutes ago, and we're filming this on a Friday at like 311,000 players, man. This game is actually, I think this game is only going to continue to grow. I think word of mouth and the fact that everyone just keeps playing it, and like the fact they're already
it broke into the, and I'm not insulting these people, but who I would describe as more like normie, like gaming. Like I saw Ninja and like Tim Batman playing, and like they were, and not just playing, but they were not even just playing, but they were glazing. They were sucking, bro. They were like, I think it was a Tim the Tatman like YouTube short that popped up, but he was like, I think the world's been waiting for a game like this. Like every gamer wanted something like this. And usually they speak for like the Call of Duty crowd. And I damn, bro. Like
Tim was an Overwatch guy though.
Yeah, I did not, but I mean, the glazing was crazy, and I don't think that game's going anywhere for a little while.
Yeah, you're probably right. Fragpunk, unfortunately, will probably have an end of service maybe before the end of the year.
Dude, it was probably like, it's not even like, because one of their things in the trailer was like small head mode, big head mode.
Oh.
I was like, dude, like, who are you? Like kids these days don't even know that big head like cheat codes and small head cheat codes were a thing, man. Like you're not getting them off Fortnite with this, or Marvel, you're not getting them off Rivals with this. And like old people, or even like people in our age range are probably playing something like old people are going to play like Unreal Tournament or something like that. Or Path of Exile. Yeah. Like it's cool. Like, I don't know what audience you're aiming for here.
Wander Stop. This sounds familiar. This comes out on March 11th on PC and PS5. Why does this sound familiar? Oh, this isn't going on my top list, but this looks cool. I like the aesthetic of that. Okay. Anyway, not going on my list. We can probably move on. Lost Records, Bloom. Okay, so is Lost Records a freaking? It's like a Walking Dead type thing. Yeah, this got to be what it is. Developed by Don't Nod Montreal and published by Don't Nod. Interesting. That might be something I might have to look into. That's just interesting. Anyway, Xenoblade Chronicles X Remastered. I wish I was a Xenoblade person. I've watched Omega play several of these games, and they are always intriguing when I tap into them, but long JRPGs, I only have so little time, so I just can't ever get into these. But like the mech You know this. You've seen this, right? Surely on like the
I know. I loosely know what Xenoblade is.
This has like such a cool. Hang on, you need to see the cover art for this. Look at this shit, dude.
Yeah, it's like a big giant mech. Also, like, I don't know if this is spoilers, but like, what if? I don't know if this is spoilers, but because I don't know anything about the series, I feel comfortable saying it because I have no idea what it means. But one of the characters, I think it's the main characters, just like canonically ends up with like 4 wives and like 18 kids. Like, he takes a picture that looks like he just gets bitches, bro. And I was like, what is this game possibly about?
I have no idea what you're talking.
It's like I only ever see it on Twitter, and the first time I saw it, I thought it was like a porn drawing. But apparently it's like an actual like end credits thing. I don't know. That's all I have to say to offer this conversation. What I said could just be fake. But yeah,
I'm not familiar enough to even remotely comment. I'm assuming this is not even remotely a conversation on either of our list, right?
No.
It's a Switch game, and we've discovered you're a Switch hater, so I am too. Listen, give me the Switch 2 so I can finally play Tears of the Kingdom and it run at 60 FPS, and I will forever be grateful. Like, that will be. I literally still have an unopened copy of Tears of the Kingdom, which turns 2 years old. I got it from day one in May of 2023. Turns 2 years old this year. I'm just waiting to get a Switch 2 and launch that game and play it in 60 FPS. It's gonna be great. Tales of the Shire.
No, I actually hate this game.
Do you?
It's not even out yet, but I'm not gonna lie.
This is the Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
This game keeps advertising itself as a cozy, comfortable game, and it's made me hate the cozy game term. Okay. It's like, for some reason, like nails on a chalkboard to me. The amount of games that advertise themselves as cozy.
I think the thing is like, you don't. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's weird that is part of your marketing now, because I feel like it was always an understated thing, and it's better as an understated thing, not as like, play this because we know there's this subsection of people that love quote unquote cozy games. Like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it pisses me off. I like, how is that the most marketable thing about your game? Like, you have no confidence in any other aspect. Like we're a good farming sim. We're a good like Lifetown sim, or like, why is cozy your main advertising point? That should be like a strictly community advertising point.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. All right, so that's not going on either of our lists. It comes out on March 25th. We have Atomfall here, which comes out on the 27th on pretty much every console, period. It's by Rebellion, who I believe are the people that published Friday. They make Sniper Elite, Zombie Army, stuff like that. Anyway, this looks interesting. It's a nuclear disaster has left an area of Britain in tatters, is what it says. Atomfall, a new survival action game, will see you explore, scavenge, craft, barter, and fight your way through beautifully recreated scenery in search of answers. That actually sounds pretty cool. This isn't going to go on my top 10, but this actually is. This is about to get added to my wish list. I won't lie. It actually looks. It looks kind of gives me like what's the game you guys have played a few times for Month of May?
Forest.
Yeah, it gives me sort of like Forest vibes a little bit. All right, the first Berserker Kazan. What is this, and why do I feel like I should know what this is?
I've never heard of that.
Oh,
wait, isn't this
this is DNF.
Yeah.
This is DNF. We had a whole. Did we have that on the podcast? The conversation about DNF, or
I don't remember.
We did have.
I think it was with
DNF,
the Hoyo like stuff. Maybe this is what they're doing to get some testosterone back in the DNF franchise.
This comes out on March 27th.
It was out the window in that Hoyoverse trailer, bro. They Berserker got ripped to shreds in the Hoyoverse art style.
I'll just go ahead and list off the rest of the March games. I don't think any of these are going to be on our list. Enzoi Early Access, Football Manager 2025, and Killing Floor 3. Any of those
They're making a Killing Floor 3?
Oh, are you interested in that?
I mean, not really, but kind of. I'm surprised.
Oh, I like the aesthetic of it. What?
It's a very grungy Killing Floor.
Yeah.
It's like a horror-based game, but yeah, maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. A Killing Floor, I didn't know it was something that people would buy enough to warrant a franchise like that, but okay.
Last of Us Part 2 Remastered comes out on PC on April 3rd. Korra comes out on April 17th. Fatal Fury comes out on April 21st.
Hey, I'll probably buy that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for it for a while.
Oh, okay. 100 Line Last Defense Academy comes out on April 24th. Final Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time comes out in April, and Once Human also comes out. And the last thing here available that we have 3 games left. Sonic Wings Reunion, which is, I believe, a remaster. It does not anything to do with that. With Sonic, Revenge of the Savage Land. Both of those come out in May. And then in June, we have Inazuma 11 Victory Road. And that is basically it for what they have, things with actual dates, because so much stuff is still up in the air about this year. Is Fatal Fury making a top 10 for you?
Nah, probably not.
Okay. So that brings us exclusively to what is available here. We have Mafia the Old Country. This game actually looks really sick. Are you a Mafia guy at all?
I'm not, but I have played a little bit of the games.
Okay.
How interested in Mafia are you?
I'm
really?
Pretty interested in playing this game. Yeah. And it's going to be a little bit longer, but I'm pretty. I would like to tie it in, or I'll put it up in an 8 for now. It might get. We'll move it around. Let's start going through this list. Ghost of Yotei.
Okay. I mean, I assume this one's pretty high for you.
This is like a 2
what
for
I would.
me.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't think it. I mean, I guess it makes sense. A lot of people were. I can't believe it's been so long since like the first one came out. But yeah, a lot of people glazed it back then. I guess you're still glazing it to this day. Huh?
Ghost is one of like the Ghost. If I made a list of top 10 or 20 games, is probably in either top 10 or top 20. Like of all the games I've ever played. So,
okay. It's high praise.
Yeah, it's going in my personal number 2 slot. All right, Death Stranding 2.
This is an interesting one. I feel like this is going to be very interesting as like maybe more of a watching experience for me. I don't think I'll play it myself. But I do think it's interesting.
Put it on the list. I'm gonna put it like here for now. All right,
it can be mine. We'll use it as mine 9. That way it can stay at the nice 9 slot with Assassin's Creed.
I've played about 2 hours of Death Stranding 1, and I really do want to play more because I feel like when you're not doing the like intense Kojima stuff, that is like a quote unquote cozy game. I don't know if you've ever looked into that game, but it's a lot of walking, right? It's a lot of
they should advertise Death Stranding 2 as a cozy game and just keep doing that.
Yeah. But it does have like its cozy moments, and then it has its very like it's not a cozy game at all, but like it has its cozy game-esque moments. That game is so interesting. It's either my next game to play after Witcher, like as my like not modern game. Like I don't like Marvel Rivals is always going to be on my mind to play, even though I haven't played it that much. But like I always have like a game that's on the back burner, and right now for me my back burner game is Witcher 3. So like that's the game that I play when I just am like, I'm going to sit down in front of a TV. You know what I mean?
Okay.
GTA 6. Let's save that one. We're going to save that one. I'm
down. Don't want to let people know where that one's going.
Does Borderlands 4 do anything for you?
No. No, it does not. I know some Borderlands fans.
I was sad. I won't lie. Like I played a lot of 1, played a lot of 2, did not play much 3, didn't really play like the pre-sequel or whatever it was called. Like the last time I was submerged into the Borderlands universe, I played 3 for maybe about 5 hours, but like the last time I was really like I'm in Borderlands was 2, which I feel like is probably the majority of people. But I really wanted to feel something during the 4 trailer, and I felt nothing. I'm so for real. Like I wanted to be hyped for that game so bad, and I will probably try it. It might be one of those I wait. Like if it comes out at a really good time and I have nothing else to play, I will probably play it. But if it comes out,
it's hard to catch up. The crazy part about it is, and this is what got me with the trailer, like you were saying, is like back in the day, people were like, Borderlands, the art style makes it look so timeless. I feel like that's a bad thing now, because literally I saw Borderlands 4. I was like, this could literally just be Borderlands 2 footage that I just didn't see.
Yes.
It looks so similar.
Yes. I think it worked. Yeah. And I love the cell shaded aesthetic, but pretty much all I was going to say was basically if it comes out on a really good time and there's nothing else I'm playing, I will probably buy full price. If it comes out at all where I'm like sidetracked by literally anything else, it's probably going to be like, I'll pick that up on like $10 or something like that. So yeah. Do you think we're going to get ZA? Pokemon Legends ZA?
If we do, it should go on the list. I think the Pokemon Legends Arceus was by far probably the best modern day official Pokemon experience I've had ever with a game. I fully beat it, which again takes some doing with me with any single player game nowadays, but it was so fun. It was fun to sneak around. It was fun to catch stuff. If it comes out, I would expect pretty good things. I hope
Especially on
actually
Switch 2.
if it comes out on Switch 1, I'm just gonna throw myself off a cliff. Switch 2 though, damn. See that?
Would you
now
would you wanna
Nintendo
move
might
it
be
above,
going up.
above Monster Hunter? Would you want to?
No. That's betting crazy. That betting on Nintendo that hard would be insane work coming from me. But maybe if they really clutch up.
So fun fact really quick, I won't deter too much from our conversation here, but I bought my oldest a DS Lite and Pokemon Fire Red, an actual copy of it. And I am currently playing Leaf Green while he plays Fire Red. I also wanted to play Fire Red, but I did, but
bro's beefing with his son over his game choice.
Well, no. I mean, I knew he likes all Pokemon, but I knew opening it up and having Fire Red with Charizard on it, let's be real, that's the real pop off. Anyway, so we are playing currently right now. I'm at the second gym. He's just he's in the cave right before the second gym. And so we are enjoying the shit out of that. So we're kind of I bought him the DS Lite because it can play Game Boy games all the way through to DS games. So we're kind of going to do a full retrospective, and I'm really stoked about playing all these different games with him. So
this kid is gonna have the hardest time relating to his classmates. They're gonna look at him like they used to look at me when I would bring up me playing the Nintendo 64. They're gonna be like, "You ever heard of an Xbox 360, dude?" Yeah. Nah, man, nah. What the fuck, Halo 3? What's that?
It was crazy. It is crazy because obviously he would know what a Switch is. Obviously he'd know what all the modern stuff is. But you're right, he had no idea what he was looking at with the DS. He had no, other than the fact he's seen me use one from time to time. He had no earthly idea what he's looking at because. Obviously, when you grow up and it's just advertised everywhere and everyone has one, everyone talks about one. But now, you're right, no kids talk about a DS. But I just sure, I could have bought him a Switch, I guess. But I don't know. It feels way more special to be playing this. And also, we play Lego Fortnite, so he knows what a modern game looks like. But I don't know. I want him to build to what is modern day Pokemon.
Yeah, you gotta set the. I mean, it's about appreciation,
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. So anyways, I all that to say, very excited for this, and we might skip some generation of games a little bit just to play this together a little bit. So up on the big screen, hopefully, and 60 frames per second on a Switch 2. That brings us to Elden Ring Night Rain. This has to go on the list, right? I mean, both of us want this on the list, right?
I would say yes immediately. I would say probably realistically, my expectations for this are under Monster Hunter. I feel like Monster Hunter is a very hard barrier for me. I know that's going to be pretty, it's not going to be the best, but it's going to be pretty damn good. Basically, I'm looking at Monster Hunter a 300 hour, a purely enjoyed 300 hour minimum. So Night Rain would go right underneath that for me at a 4. I don't know how big you are into it. Do you think you're going to try Night Rain? Do you play? How much Elden Ring did you play?
I was about to say, so these have been something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I want to do a full on playing every Souls game and making my way back to Elden Ring, and I just don't know when I'm going to get to do that. I want to do this as actual content, at least stream content.
Oh
yeah. So I have about 30 hours in Elden Ring, so I mean, I'm not
it's a pretty long time.
I'm about to say, I think you talk to some people and you're only 30 hours, but I mean, for me, 30 hours in a game is pretty substantial. And then I've played Bloodborne, so those are my two sort of Souls, Bloodborne and
God, dude,
what is the one before Elden Ring? What was the one before Elden Ring that was not very Souls like? It was drastically different, and you could hook onto things.
Hook onto things.
Shadows Die Twice is it's underscore, but that's not.
Sekiro.
Yes, I played a good amount of Sekiro as well, but. All that to say, I mean, a multiplayer experience within Elden Ring without needing to do mods, that's really cool to me.
Yeah, I think the roguelike is gonna make that pretty fun,
dude. The next time you hear, do you like you like Naughty Dog gameplay, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan.
My issue, I've never done a replay of Last of Us or Last of Us 2, minus playing some of the remake for Last of Us 1. I've never replayed any of those games. My buddy replays them all the time. He loves those games. And because I think the gameplay is good, but the thing that I've always had my my one complaint about those games is you don't get enough gameplay. There's not enough gameplay mixed in to me, for the totality of the game. It's always interrupted.
That's all PlayStation single player games to me.
Well, hold on, man. That's not. Dude, Days Gone, God of War.
I didn't play Days Gone. God of War is what I'm specifically talking about.
Well, God of War has anyway. I don't want to detract too much. But all I wanted to say was the next time you're here, I want to set you up on The Last of Us Part 2. It has a roguelike mode. That's just pure gameplay. There is no story, anything. Like you actually build to a final boss in a run. And it's awesome. It's like really,
that would
really
be
cool.
fun.
So anyways, all right. Outer Worlds 2. This is one of those games that's been on my list. I want to play the first one, but I've just never done it. So this doesn't really do anything for me.
I played the first one a little bit, but no, I wouldn't say it does anything for me either. I never finished it.
This is the Avowed people, by the way. This is also Obsidian. I don't know how they're able. They are Xbox's Insomniac, man. Like I don't know how they're doing what they're doing over there. Do you know what this is? What is this? It looks like RC Riders.
I have no idea. I've never seen that.
RC Gliders. I'll have to move this down. I don't know what it is. Someone can leave a comment if they know. Fable. Does Fable do anything for you? Xbox exclusive.
Fable does zero, even as a Game Pass thing. This does, and maybe I'll try it, but it does nothing for me. Yeah. I've never once played a Fable game.
Yeah, I
tried one and then I just got bored. I was like, okay.
I played 2 because my boss, when I used to work in the movie theater, let me borrow it, and I did enjoy my like 2 hours of 2. It's like I just got my 360 for the first time in like 2009, 2010, something like that, and like he was like, I had no games besides Halo, and he's like, well, try Fable, and so he brought me Fable, and I took it home and played it and brought it back to him the next day, and I enjoyed my time with it, but yeah, this doesn't do anything for me. I will play it, right, because Game Pass, but I'm just not going to make a top 10. This game looks sick, Dotto. Do you remember what Expedition 33 is?
No.
This is the turn-based game that was at the Xbox Showcase over Summer Games Fest, and it's turn-based, but here, let me just like Google it really quick. It's turn-based, but it also has Expedition. This game looks cool. It's pretty much all I'm trying to get to. First look gameplay.
Let's see the gameplay. What do we got here?
So,
geez, they are moving this camera around a lot.
Yeah, it's very like metaphor persona type aesthetic, but in an actual like not anime looking environment.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the enemy design. I don't know if I like these characters though.
Yeah, the game looks really cool. I would say this is probably like a number 10 anticipation for me. I actually really want to check this game out.
It's a swooshy game.
It is. You do be loving that swooshy word.
Yeah. The swoosh was crazy.
Although that was your 10. That was also my 10. I don't know. I'll leave it there. I want to go through the list and then we'll get brutal with the rest of it. 33 Immortals. Have you looked into this?
No.
It's I believe it's a roguelike as well. And it has like a Hades look to it, but it's it's a little Xbox logo. Okay, it looks cool. It has multiplayer.
It's like a this is very Hades, very multiplayer. Could make anything better for me, but I mean it doesn't look bad.
I signed up for a beta and then I was busy whenever there was a beta access. I mean, I'm not putting in anything.
Now here we go, Nano. Here's a big one.
Yeah, this has got to go on the list. This is, I mean, from my level,
you're doing good. You did perfect there, Nano.
My level of anticipation. So the next game for those audio listeners is Metal Gear Solid Delta, or just Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. This game, I literally have been. I started a Metal Gear Solid 1 playthrough. I've done everything backwards, Dotto. My only Metal Gear Solid game is 4.
Wow, that's a weird one.
I've played the ending. Yeah, it's because I had a PS3 exclusive. That game was super hyped up, and so I wanted to see what it was about. So I've played 4, and I loved every second of it. So I have played a good amount of 1 now, and I really want to get to the point to where I can play 3, which I know, like in chronological order, I think 3 is technically the first game, or it's like the oldest. I don't know. Anyways, be honest.
It's hard. I loved Metal Gear Solid 3. It's the only one I fully played through.
Okay.
In fact, I literally did it in one sitting. I actually played through the entire game of Metal Gear Solid 3 in one sitting. Like my friend came over and we were just like playing it. I mean, we passed the controller off a few times, so it's not like I was gaming straight. But yeah, dude, there are so many cool scenes in this game. This is like the most like, it's artsy, but in a way that I don't think crossed any line. And then it's also just a good game. Like, it's very stealth oriented, very like survival-esque. I could easily see this game in a modern setting, maybe with like some more tweaks to, because the one bad part about it is there is some like, there's so many options you have in the gameplay that it can feel a bit like hard to move around sometimes, or like do exactly what you want to do, or aiming and shooting and shit. So if they refine some edges, I could see people really liking that game.
Okay.
There's just so much crazy shit that happens, and like, again, I want to see the ladder scene in HD. Surely you know about the ladder scene.
No.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't even want to talk about it here. Then I just want you to experience that in all of its glory.
Now, Balvin told me that I need. Oh, he would. So I talked a lot about Metal Gear to Balvin, and he told me that I need to actually play 3, like original, and then also play Delta. Do you?
I didn't know there was a. To be honest, when you said Delta, I have no idea what that even is. I just played Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
That is, so they're calling
the new one. Oh, so the new one's just called Delta?
Yeah, see, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I mean, are they changing up the game at all?
I'm sure there will be some changes, but my guess is that it's going to be mostly just a 1-to-1.
Maybe, and I mean, I can't speak for him. I'd have to ask him.
I can appreciate the update more. I should play through.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, the good news is, even if you did that, the game is still so sick, dude. Again, like, when I think of Metal Gear Solid, I think of the third one. It's very like gritty, boots to the ground, like, I don't know, it's survivalistic, man. Like, when you're in the grass, like literally eating snakes, like that's when you know shit gets crazy, bro. Like frog, fucking snake, smoking cigs. Damn, that's a genuinely a great game.
I couldn't not have it on the list here. All right, so I was doing some Googling here before we got to this next one. So I was just curious, like, what the hell does the Call of Duty 2025 even look like? You know what I mean? Like, what exactly does this look like? And based on what I just Googled, it is going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 2. So I'm like, well, now wait a minute, because I was gonna probably just like, there's probably nothing they could do, I think, that's gonna be better than Black Ops 6. But if this is a true direct sequel to Black Ops 2, then that is a very interesting one, Dotto.
Man, years move way too quick for a game series to be coming out every year now to me. Like, like, we were just talking about how, like, for the first time we were both enjoying the new one. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and there's already.
I don't know if I'm ready to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm ready to move on yet. Like, I was just thinking about playing it again the other day. Like, I'm not ready to spend more money, I guess, is what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm only in it for the multiplayer, to be honest. So.
Yeah, I'm in it for the zombies, and I was looking, and it says it's already anticipated to have the biggest round-based zombies map in the history of Call of Duty, which I'm like, how are we doing this when we're still in the midst of 6? Why would you even announce that? It's kind of crazy. But anyways, I don't want to put it on the list. I don't know. It's just Call of Duty, so I don't necessarily want to put it on the list. But I could see if they nail the zombies in this, like they nailed the zombies in 6. I actually did an Easter egg run, Dotto. I can't tell you the last time.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like multiple times, by the way, because we failed, and like obviously we don't have all the time in the world, so you fell, and so we just call it a night. So it ended up being, I think, 2 or 3 runs before we actually completed it and got to the end. By the way, really cool. Do you care about spoilers at all?
No,
I'm not. Yeah, and not even really spoilers about what happens, but if you do the entire Easter egg run, if you choose to continue playing the rounds after the Easter egg is done, it actually gives you permanent perks. You have every perk in the game, and if you go down, you keep them.
Damn.
It also gives you upgrades to all your weapons to make them completely max, like pack-a-punched. So you have all the perks, maxed out weapons. Like, so truly, to me, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love doing round-based, but like at some point when you have everything done, there's nothing else to build to, and everything's maxed out, it kind of is boring, right? There's like, what's the point? What are we continuing to do here? So, but no, I think they killed the zombies in that. I don't know why I'm still yapping. We both agreed it's not going on the list. South of Midnight, another one that looks real artsy, but probably not on my personal. Like, I'm already looking at this. Like, I'm going to struggle to probably get some of these off and put some.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty set in my ways now.
This looks like a DLC for Alan Wake or something. I don't know what this is, but Can you tell?
I
what this
can
is?
just see the word lace. No, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't. It looks like the Alan Wake's face, but yeah. I guess we'll move on from that. I cannot tell what this is. Can you?
Nope. It looks like an Assassin's Creed character on our screen.
I think it's a black. I think that says Black Desert. I think it's like the or
boo.
So I'll move that off. Dying Light, the Beast. I actually will probably play this, but it's not making a top 10 for me. I really enjoy these games, and this is the Beast. This is specifically the Dying Light. I don't know if you played these, but this is the Dying Light 1 character coming back.
Yes, I do. I did think Dying Light was pretty fun.
So I will play this.
Didn't play a lot of the second one though.
This is not going to go on my top 10. Now we're here, and I hope that they're right for putting this on here. Judas. Have you looked into this game at all?
No. What is this?
This is BioShock.
Oh.
Yeah. This is I love how I searched Judas and just thinking it would immediately pull up the video game and not like, a person named that. Judas is an upcoming first-person shooter game developed and published by Ghost Story Games. It is Ken Levine's first game since BioShock Infinite Burial at Sea in 2014. And it's supposed to come out on PS5, Windows, and Xbox. Initial release date right now says March 2025. There's no world where I think this is coming out in March of 2025. This is going to go on my own personal list. I just don't know where the hell to put it. I guess I'm about to have to
Hey, if it's on Xbox, bro, I'll be there. I feel like nowadays, like it's got to be on Xbox for me to play it.
I'm gonna take Mafia. I do want to play Mafia, but it's got push to come to shove. It's got to go. I want to play Judas. I'm actually like BioShock Infinite is a top 3 or 5 game for me of all time. I love BioShock Infinite, so I literally have a skyhook back here, and I'm not a big Funko Pop guy anymore, but I've actually kept my BioShock Funko Pops just to have some sort of representation from them. That's how much I love that series, and so. It literally, Dono, if you haven't seen gameplay, if you've played a BioShock game, you know what this game kind of looks like. It literally looks like modern BioShock. So
I might check it out. Again, if it's on Xbox, then it's got a good chance. I see one more game on this whole list that actually got me salivating. That's it. Well, I guess 2, because we didn't.
I'm curious as
we didn't do the one.
I'm curious as what this
I know. I don't think you'd be able to guess it.
So there's 1943, which is the Captain America and Black Panther game. I still don't know who this is developed by. Let me do a little bit of research here. This I want to put on the list, but I don't know enough about it yet, but I will definitely be playing it. Like there's definitely no world where this isn't being played by me this year. I mean, it's a Marvel game. Marvel's 1943 Rise of Hydra, which is being developed
by like Fortnite skins.
Skydance. Wait, Skydance are the people that bought the Telltale Games people, right? Isn't that who Skydance is? What? Hang on, I got to see this now.
No, he's in the Wikipedia. He's getting in.
So they've got films. I want to see video games. Man, whatever. Maybe I'm probably thinking of a separate company. Someone can let me know what I am thinking of on that. Anyways, I want to check this game out, but it's not making the list. Doom, dude. You Doom guy?
No, I'm not.
Man, dude, this I don't see anything I'd want to take off the list right now. For everyone, the list is damn. I want to call it Splitgate.
Splitgate.
Yeah, Split Fiction. Expedition. I'll take Expedition off because I don't. That is my technical 10. So I'll take Expedition off. But I do think Expedition 33 looks really cool. That's the turn-based RPG. Anyways, right now, number 10, we've got Split Fiction, and number 9, my number 9 is Assassin's Creed Shadows. Doto's number 9 is Death Stranding 2. Doto's number 8 is Civ 7. My number 8 is Judas. Number 7 is Project Multi, which I just don't think either one of us are taking off. Number 6 is Pokemon Legends ZA. 5 is Metal Gear. 4 is Elden Ring. 3 is Monster Hunter. And number 2, which I'm guessing Doto might be putting one up here at number 2, but my number 2 is Ghost of Yotei because I'm just really stoked about that game. I would love to put Doom up here, but I don't really want to move anything off at the moment. Fuck it, I will. I'm taking Split. I want to play Split Fiction, but I'm taking it off. Dude, this Doom game looks really cool, man. Heavy focus with the shield and some like melee combat. Like I'm pretty damn stoked about it. Hang on, are you a Little Nightmare guy? Is that what's got you salivating?
No. Little Nightmares is cool though. It's not like I'm big into it, but every time I play those games, I think they're kind of fun just as like little games. But no, not really.
Well, we'll move Little Nightmares 3 not making the
Yeah,
list.
move it to the back.
Splitgate 2 not making my list. I'm surprised there's.
I think that game missed its chance. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, dude. There's so many of these. It's so like I will say if I which I have wanted to dev a game. But if I was going to dev a game, I'm not going into that space, period. And also, if I was to dev a game, Dotto, I might almost make one in Roblox or in Fortnite. You know what I mean? Listen, I listened to a podcast where they were talking about how much some of those, not that it's about money, but like how much some of those stages make. And I bet you some of these games wish they were just like stages inside Fortnite or Roblox. Like they're making more than these games make. I don't know. It's insane. All right, we're at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
For me, this does 0%. I've never played a Metroid Prime game.
I will inevitably play this because I'm sure it's going to be a Switch 2 game. I'm sure it'll be a Switch 2 game, Dotto. Surely, right?
I can't imagine they would mess that up.
So it'll be something that I play because it'll be on a freaking Switch 2. But no, for me right now, it is not moving the needle. And I too have never really played these outside of watching my neighbor play on his GameCube because I didn't have a GameCube. So a lot of those Nintendo-based IPs, like I had a 64 and my next one was a Wii, and I owned all of 4 games on my Wii. So anyway, we already talked about Kingdom Come Deliverance, so I'm guessing that's not the game for you.
No. Pokemon Za's on the list twice for some reason. Get that out of here.
Twice. Are you a Sniper Elite guy?
Sniper Elite? No, I'm not.
These are fun though.
They're fun, but to me they're like gimmicks.
I played 5 for probably about 4 hours using Game Pass. It's one of the few actual like Game Pass games for me. I don't know what this is. What is this car game?
I have no idea.
This has me intrigued. Is there a new Need for Speed
have a picture.
I don't know about? Like,
first saw a picture of a car and was like, wait a minute, hold on.
I mean, for me,
2025
car games do move the needle a lot for me. If there's a new Need for Speed that I'm unaware of, like that does a lot for me. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, there's not been a Need for Speed game announced as of this moment. Silk Song are you a Hollow Knight guy?
Nope, still no. But I think for a lot of people, this one would be up there, even though I don't think it's actually real. I've been hearing about this shit for like 17 years.
Dude, I think he came out and said like it'll be ready when it's ready. But that doesn't do anything for me there. Towerborn?
No, I actually don't even know what that is.
I'm gonna have to Google this. I got to see this for myself as well. Towerborn. What? Oh, it's like
a little strategy game.
Castle Crashers. Castle Crashers was a dope ass game. The Sky Oblivion update for Elder Scrolls.
No,
that's crazy. They put this on here. That is cool though. I am definitely my eye on that as well. But I'm not. That's not making my top 10. What is this?
I don't even know what this is. The next picture up for audio listeners like a red text on gray.
Altars or something like that. Are you a Subnautica guy?
No, still no. Is that like Subnautica 2 or is that a DLC?
I do think they're making a second one, I believe. Okay, do you know what this is? Is this you?
That's the Adam. We talked about that earlier, but no.
You're right. Okay. This
game
we
talked about that one earlier.
You're not an art guy.
You gave it some. No, definitely not. Not an art guy.
And you're not a Yakuza guy because we already had that conversation.
Yeah, you're correct on that. It's surprising how many games were on this list, by the way. Oh, Wolverine, Nano. That's 2025?
I just don't think that's coming out this year.
Yeah, I don't even think that's possible.
I don't.
We've seen the leaks, bro. That shit not.
I think this is I think if we get an Insomniac game this year, it's going to be the sort of Venom sub game, kind of like the Miles Morales game we got. I think Wolverine is a 2026 game. My thing, and this is all I'll say, so we don't spend too much time on this. My thing is that PlayStation is in a position where they did come out and say they are releasing a actual first party studio game once a year. They're in a position to release one once a year for the next like upcoming years. So my guess is that this year is for sure Ghost of Yotei, and we could have one more, but I don't think the one more is Wolverine. But I do know they have to release it by some point because that's part of the contract. Like anytime you license it out of IP, it's why we see Dragon Ball games come out too soon. Sometimes because I think like they are contractually obligated to release it by a certain date. So It would be on my top 10. It'd probably be my number 1. I would have probably put Wolverine over any other game on this list, including GTA
Really?
6. Yes, dude.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That is glazing on a scale unheard of.
But I believe so. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I can come back to this podcast, and I hope that I'm wrong, and I will make a mental note. But I don't think it's coming out this year, so I'm not even going to like bother putting it on the list because I don't think it's a 2025 game. I think we would know. We've not seen anything on it, and I do think they won't show anything until it's like pretty close to releasing, but I just don't think it's this year. So we'll move on. Firebreak. What is this? Is this?
I have no idea. My one is coming up. It is coming up, though. We are getting close now.
I'm so you said 2 though, so I'm like, what?
2?
Oh, is it just 1? Chronos: The New Dawn?
No.
I don't
even know what that is.
Are you a Battlefield guy?
No, I actually think Battlefield's kind of a cursed franchise that's kind of over now.
Yeah,
like I think it's done.
I'm really surprised they didn't do a true mass. They tried the BR. Did you ever play the BR mode where like the fire comes in on Battlefield 1?
No, I thought it'd be cool though. I just never actually did it.
It was an actual cool mode. I'm just surprised.
I genuinely think Battlefield's an example, kind of like Halo. Like you fumbled around and fucked around so much that you're just out of where you used to have like this pedestal, but you're kind of you've lost it forever now. You'd have to regain it all over again on your own merit. I don't think that's going to happen for Battlefield. Best they could do is like eventually release like a game called Bad Company and like fully go all in on marketing and try to just restart it.
Give us a Bad Company like reboot or something like that. Like you're right. Don't call it like remake. Don't call it anything. Just call it Battlefield Bad Company. And it's like,
that's it. They would just have to go all in on the restart and just try to remind people of the good times.
I would be so tapped in on that. I'm almost surprised they haven't done a Battlefield 3 remake yet. Because I think 3 was
something like that. They need to just remind people of good times because I think that franchise is just cursed as it is.
Wolf Among Us 2, is this it?
No, I had never played Wolf Among Us. That was one of those story games I missed out on.
What is this?
I don't know. It looks a picture of a blue giant, basically, is what we're looking at. If any gamers out there,
it's a Souls-like or something like that. I remember seeing this. I think I vaguely remember what this is, but it basically it's got a guy stanced up holding a sword, looking at a huge blue dragon monster-looking thing. Someone can maybe tell. I'm so excited for some of you guys to like clear up what some of these are. Are you a Ninja Gaiden guy?
That's it, Nano. Ninja Gaiden raved around. A new Ninja Gaiden. I don't know about you. Ninja Gaiden out of like old NES games are like the only one I can still get like a lot of fun out of now. Side-scrolling games like this, especially like I really like the in-game style. I just know that this is going to be a very fun single-player experience, which for a lot of other games I can't really say that about. Probably won't be a huge game or anything, but I expect this to be really fucking good, honestly.
So where do you want to put it?
Well, shit, I don't even know if I have any slots left, bro. Well, like the only slot left is 1.
10 is my slot. You do have something in 9 and 8.
I'd probably I could get rid of like, Death Stranding or Civ. Honestly, you could just take Civ off. It's not like that could just be something I enjoy in private. There we go. Ninja Gaiden. Now that's looking good right there.
I mean,
again, that game is going to be good. It's going to be good. There's no way.
This feels like a respectable list. I'm definitely also piggyback off of you having Death Stranding, because I would have loved to have had Death Stranding in here. So I'm glad
that's why I kept it for the vibes, bro. I kept it for the team.
This is Phantom Blade. Phantom Blade 0, which I believe you played. Did you play this? You did, right? At Summer Games Fest?
Yes, I did. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's not.
It's not gonna crack my top 10. Maybe I'll play it. Maybe I won't. I think some people will enjoy it.
Are you getting a little fatigued out on the Souls-like games?
I wouldn't even. I mean, yes. It just has to be good. I have to be able to jump. It has to be like.
Yes.
I feel like people copy the worst parts of the genre and then expect that. Like, but then again, I'm not really. I've never been huge into them anyway. I just like Elden Ring because it has a jump button.
That's so funny. I guess let me just a tiny rephrasing of that. It's not so much that like I have fatigue on them, because like I'm not like, oh man, another Souls-like, but it doesn't move the needle for me. It just being a Souls-like, like it needs to also just be like a good game. Like, oh cool, it has combat that's punishing, but it needs to also be just good. Anyway, what is this? Zen Keeper 2 or something Keeper?
I don't know what it is. We can probably just move on. Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're on to the final one.
GTA 6. To answer, I think the immediate question, I don't think there is a game. Like, even if I put Wolverine at number one, we know what game's still going to be my most played. It would still be GTA 6 because Wolverine's going to be probably about a 15 to 20 hour experience. Platinum, maybe 25 to 30 hour experience. And then I don't really need to play that game again. GTA 6, though, is going to be like a fucking lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like,
GTA 6, it really depends. Like, for me, I mean, it doesn't depend. I probably will play it a lot, but it's going to depend on how much my friends play it. It's going to, you know what would actually like just cement it? If it comes out with heist, like online heist, because that was something we had to wait so long in 5 for. But if they have anything like that, I will put immediately minimum 100 hours into the game as long as it takes to get through all of the heists with my friends.
Let me ask you this, Doto. Throw a little curveball your way.
All right.
I thought this might be what you were going to say, but then you didn't say it. You know how they bought 5M?
Oh, you're looking for that role play mode.
What are you doing when it is built into the game and we can role play?
I mean, I'm bringing Landon Campbell back. I'm getting right back in the horror. Oh man, I'd be there again. I'd be tapped in, especially if they had like. They're not going to do that. This is the most not going to happen thing ever. But if they did, and there was like a job aspect and like crime and shit like that, because again, we've talked about our memories of TSRP on this podcast more times than we can count.
Yeah.
But you really can't, like, when we did that one robbery, like where we got the bank and things went wrong and then Ham had to drive me out, I get why people do crime, bro. That adrenaline rush was real. My heart was pounding. I was alive. I was truly alive.
Dude,
it was fucking crazy. It was fucking crazy.
The thing you just cannot explain to someone that hasn't actually done like something like that in a situation, like especially, I think even more like, sure, yes, like the asymmetric games where you're running away from your friend, but like in a world that you've dedicated, like Dotto and I I think we could both say we put at least 100 hours into TSRP, right? At least, maybe. I
would say so, yeah.
I can probably find VODs of you playing this game or playing TSRP for 100 hours easily. So, but like you have actual consequences if Landon gets caught. So not only is it that you're not running from AI, you can't reload a save. Like you're running from actual real people in cop cars doing everything they can to catch you. And if they catch you, like you might be throwing away 50 hours truly. And like people will not see Landon Campbell the same at all if you are caught. Like, I don't think that you can totally understand just how intense that shit actually is. Like, it's crazy.
It's very like, my heart was pumping, my hands were shaking, and I was starting to sweat, dude. I was like those are like legitimately, those are emotions I haven't felt in real life. It's not like I've ever been like done a crime on that scale, but that's how I would have felt. Like if I literally was driving away in a real bank robbery, I would have felt the exact same way. There's it's crazy how fun it is.
Yeah. So I think that won't be day one. I don't even know if online will be day one. Like I think
it probably won't be.
There's rumor, like I'm not putting Wolverine on this list for the same reasons I maybe shouldn't be putting GTA 6 on this list. There are already rumors like stirring around that they aren't going to make it happen in 2025. So like there's a possibility the only way it happens in 2025 is that it launches without the online aspect, period.
Which they literally did for like, it was, they did it for 5, right? 5 launched with just single player.
Launched with just single player, and GTA Online came out like a little bit later or something.
And then even then, again, like 5 launched with single player, then online came later, and then Heist came fucking forever after that. Like I literally can't remember how big the time difference was, but it was huge. Huge. Which is crazy because they definitely advertised Heist as a feature before the game even dropped. I remember because I told all my friends, I was like, oh, when the game comes out, we're going to play these heists. It's going to be so fun. Nope. No heist for a long time.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, though, is it has taken so long to dev. Maybe it will launch just full feature set, like, you know, not do a staged launch. I mean, obviously, there's going to be tons of like different content that they'll release later on, but you would think some of them things that are standard in GTA 5 would be immediately standard in 6 and then some, right? Like a heist in 5 was fun. Imagine what they can do with the 10 plus years of advanced
capabilities in GTA 6. And I think that's the thing too. Me and Brianna were just like, we didn't have time to watch a movie, so we're just like watching random shit. And I was like, I'm gonna pull up the GTA 6 trailer and just rewatch this. And she's like, sure, let's do it. And so we rewatched it, and I was just like, holy shit! Like this game, if this game even looks a fraction as good as this looks, and like what we are suspecting, what they did with, did you play Red Dead 2 at all?
No.
Man, I've restarted that game twice because I played it once on PS4, once on PC. I've probably combined like around 30 hours into the Red Dead 2 universe. If they can bring over what they did with the advancements in that game into the world of GTA and be in GTA 6, like, I just don't think, it's probably even hard to even fathom what GTA 6 is going to be like. And maybe I'm also overhyping it, right? Like I might be overhyping it a bit, but I mean, they've spent it's the most expensive piece of media thing ever created, $2+ billion in development costs. So you suspect whatever they're building is going to be like almost unimaginable.
They're going to make their money back somehow. We are about to get nickel and dime, bro.
I just don't see a world where there's a game that comes out this year that could top. I mean, for everyone always has those niche things. Like for me, if they did bring back Time Splitters randomly, like that's one of my favorite franchises of all time. So like Time Splitters, like true remake would be insane. That could probably be like my own personal, but I don't know, dude. There's like Grand Theft Auto is such a behemoth that whatever day they decide to say, hey, this is when it's coming out, I imagine most games would just move their release schedule, right? Like why would you release a game the same day? Like
I don't think anybody would.
Fragpunk gets delayed, Dotto, and it's still coming out. It gets delayed, and they set it for like October 15th or something, and that ends up being the same date as GTA 6 or some bullshit. Oh god, man. Yeah, I don't know. I think there is unironically a world where it could eventually have RP though built in. I think why else would they buy 5M if they're not trying to do something with RP? And they know how big video RP is, so I'm sure they want to be able to like make their own money off of it. So why wouldn't they want to sell?
We'll see, bro. That would be a crazy turnaround.
But I would presume if maybe there's your heist stuff and maybe there is online day one, but the RP stuff, I don't think you see that day one. That's like a year later, like launch. Like they may say like, hey, this is coming when they finally tell us more about the game, but it's like this will be later, you know, like experience single player, experience what we have for online, and then come back later and hop in and become your player with 300 other people in Vice City or something. So anyway, I don't really, the only thing we didn't really touch on, which wouldn't really be a game, would be Sparking Zero DLC, but we should be getting...
That's not even a game, bro. Come on now.
We should be getting that soon. I mean, Q1 for Daima, Q1 for Superhero, Q1 for Daima Pack 1, Q1 for Superhero. I mean, we should be getting one of those packs this month. Like, how do you have two packs coming out in Q1, which is literally just January through March?
They got till March. They just got March. I mean, once we get in there, I mean, well, as soon as we hit February, they're done.
Yeah, I mean, if one of the packs is not launched by February, I mean, it's got Battle Hour in 2 weeks. We will know. Like Battle Hour in 2 weeks, we'll probably know when Daima's going to end, and we'll probably know what they're doing with Sparking. Like what I presume they will trailer and launch date at Battle Hour for the Beast and Superhero DLC. I'm honestly surprised we haven't gotten it already. It's kind of been a weird. They launched it and now it's just kind of been like we got that one good like big patch and then the game's just kind of sat there. Interesting, to say the least. Are you still enjoying Sparking?
Yeah, I definitely thank God the patch came out, dude. I didn't realize how much it was horrible until after the patch came out, and now I know for sure that the base game was atrocious. There were so many things wrong, but now it's okay. I definitely think new characters would freshen it up.
Yeah, I hate to be like, I saw people that were so mad, like I guess they were calling people bandwagoners if they just only come back for DLC, and I'm like, first off, why are we so like gatekeepers of this that it matters why people come back? But secondly, like there's nothing wrong with just coming back for the DLC. I don't know, my desire to play Sparking has been kind of low. I've got the platinum. I kind of did the things I wanted to do. I'm kind of just looking forward to DLC characters right now, you know? I don't know.
That's all I need. That's all I really need. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, well, anything you want to change to this? I'm re-looking back down here, and
I like our list.
I don't really think there's anything I would change. I guess let me just like browse, just so I might screenshot this. I need to start using our Key Moments Twitter account way more, and like you know, like actually interacting with people and stuff like that. I'm just looking to make sure there's not anything this list didn't have that maybe, again, we're recording this on January 3rd, so obviously there could be tons of stuff that ends up coming out. There's nothing on here that even remotely moves the needle for me that wasn't already on our list. So
they got games listed that are coming out to Mac, bro. This is padded like crazy.
Oh, there's way more games down here. Holy hell. They added, they just, I guess there's just so many games that don't actually have. There's a Coffee Talk Tokyo. Have you played Coffee Talk?
No, what the hell is that?
It's like a old school, like not quite 16-bit, but it's definitely a very indie type title. Oh, the Hinokami Chronicles 2. I'm actually pretty stoked to try that out.
That's like, that game could have easily been in the first game. I'll still buy it and play it, but it's like that game's not going to be any different. No shot.
No. I love how it says Switch family of systems, meaning that it's likely going to be on the Switch too. It is a very pretty game. Anyway, Coffee Talk is just like you make coffee for people as they come into your establishment, and like you have conversations with them. It's basically kind of like a relationship type builder, but not like romantic. A lot of it, I think some of it maybe there's like some romance in there, but most of it's just like talking with people. And the big thing, I only played a couple hours, but the big thing is that you're running a coffee shop. Obviously mythological creatures and stuff like that, but like it's at nighttime.
Obviously mythological. You gotta the mythological creatures are obviously there.
You're open at night, by the way. A coffee shop at night, which you comment on the fact that like it's probably not the most smart thing to have a coffee shop that is open only at night. One thing, Final Fantasy 14 mobile. Does that do anything for you, Doto?
No, I am not playing that on mobile.
How would an MMO on mobile? How's that gonna like I assume it'll be the full.
It's not. There's no way.
I don't really see anything that we didn't. I am curious what the car is. I'm excited for this to go live and someone to tell me what the hell the car meant. Why there was a car on there.
Bro's hoping for one racing game.
Why is there a random picture of Pikachu on this list? Is that just there to like
image credit Nintendo?
Like, are they just trying to, like they know Pikachu is high search or something like that?
Pikachu's coming in, HD. Switch 2, they're just trying to get in on all the algorithms.
Slay the Spire, does that do anything for you? Speaking of
hell no, bro. Hell no, I never played Slay the Spire 1.
I always wanted to, but I never got around to it. Yeah, I'm not. Maybe it's this Tokyo Extreme Racer is what it was. Maybe I don't know. It's so weird. Like that had mostly like hype beast type games. So to see like not, I don't know. Minecraft movies. Are you excited to go watch the Minecraft movie?
I will watch the Minecraft movie. Yeah,
I will too. My kid is gonna want to see it.
Damn, they listed everything on here. Why they got movies?
Five Nights at Freddy's too. Until Dawn's movie is actually coming out. I haven't seen nothing on that. It apparently comes out in April. All right, well there you go. I feel confident that this can be. I can screenshot this and tweet this from the Key Moments account. This is our top 10 list, the Key Moments list. You don't want to put anything up here at number 2.
No, not really. I mean, I'm confident in your list, like if I were to move anything, it would come from my list already. And I think it fills out nicely.
I do think, I can't really imagine people being that mad about this list.
I don't think so. I think we did a good job. I think we've got a nice spread here too.
Hang on. So do you think this is a Key Moments list or a Meathead Moments list?
I think this is actually a pretty smart brain. I don't think this was Meathead at all.
Hell yeah.
We've got fucking Metal Gear Solid 3, Ghost of Yotei, Monster Hunter, and the Ninja Gaiden pick. I did pick it just because I liked it, but I feel like that gives us more street cred. Like, is anybody else gonna put Ninja Gaiden up on their list?
I mean, a few people. I don't know. It'll make
a few, but but not the meatheads. They don't even know about that.
I wait on people to be mad that I didn't put Wolverine on the list, at least just for the sake of putting Wolverine on the list. But I don't think it's happening this year. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We were on a dime a break week, and I don't know, you guys have been asking for a yap session, so this was a hell of a yap session.
You damn near got one, bro. This whiz.
Anyways, appreciate you guys supporting us. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a rating if you're listening on the audio portions, and we will see you guys next week with more Dragon Ball Daima.
Bye.